You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, January 6th, 2023, the first Friday of the new year.
Indeed.
Welcome, Christina Yassi.
Thank you. How's the first week been of 2023?
It's been good. You know, getting ducks in the row for the year and getting back into the routine with the kids.
There you go.
So
Are they back in school already?
Yep, back in school.
Bless.
You know, getting up and, you know, or at least Nicole and them are getting up. They get up really early. Daddy's still sleeping a little bit, but...
Oh, I love a good productive morning. I love a good routine.
Yes. Nicole takes them to school because they go to school on her side of the town there.
I gotcha.
So, yes, they're back in the routine. You know, the angst of the family is back, so I know we're back in the routine.
The morning is like
the morning angst, the after school angst, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a special blessing.
Don't miss those days.
What's happening for you?
Oh, I'm sick, but
yeah,
you know,
no, you hear a little.
I have my Scarlett Johansson voice going on today.
I've never been more excited that you're 8 feet away.
Nothing aside from the common cold, and I'm on all kinds of stuff. So.
Yep. We've got Nick Lecevre on the ones and twos. He's staying mobile and lots of busyness. There, right, Nick. He's
Always.
not a guest for everyone. It's been a good start to the year. Hope everyone checked out this week's episodes. We have Jen Gottlieb, who joined us, the number 2 entrepreneur in the world by Maxim magazine, by the way. Jen was cool.
Fancy.
A lot of fun. She's a PR expert. She's teaching people how to do PR on their own without having to pay people that own the relationships instead of yourself. So she's doing that, but she's also was on VH1, a big rock show.
A rock chick.
Back in the day when people watched TV. When was the last time you watched linear TV?
I don't even have, aside from football, at my boyfriend's, I don't even have TV at my apartment.
No.
I just stream everything.
Is he a fan of any one team?
He's a big North Carolina Tar Heels fan, and he lived in Seattle for a while, so he pulls for the Seahawks.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Other than not Gamecocks, the Tar Heels. That's what you heard that before.
I have. Yes, I have.
I don't know if that was like
I'm now a Tar Heel fan by proxy.
The old Tar Heels.
But.
Yes, and I did like this on our show notes. I caught this on Instagram actually on Martha. I follow Martha Stewart on Instagram. Oh, you have
to.
You know what?
She's an icon.
As much of an icon is like, at least in I don't know. I'm sure it's been longer than a few years, the last 5 or 10 years. You know, I used to think she was just the stuck-up woman on TV.
Right.
But I give her credit for leaning into that persona.
Yes.
And not. She was the last person that I thought would be cool with making fun of herself a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I always thought she was just kind of Miss Prude, whatever.
Right.
But she clearly gets the game.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. It's
made a new respect for her for quite a while. And this isn't new. She's been doing this shit for a while. But saw this video of her with Tito's, and hats off to Tito's. Good play on it's try January. They know their sales are probably going to be a little lighter. At least those first 2 weeks.
Right.
People bailing early, they are.
Absolutely.
So they got to get through those first 2 weeks of the season. But look, they had probably their best season ever in December.
Truly. Truly.
And so instead of dry, it's DIY January.
There you
go. With Martha Stewart.
Water those plants.
All the ways you can use Tito's in a spray bottle.
And they actually do. It's not even trying to be funny. That's how they would clean costumes. Like when I did Cinderella, they cleaned our costumes with vodka spray.
And all of it seemed legit because, look, it's alcohol.
Yeah.
It's 40, 50% alcohol. So, hand lotion or hand sanitizer, whatever. But does spraying plants not kill them? Or is that the one? I know some of it was like you could actually do it.
Sure.
And then some of them I felt like
I think if you spray plants with vodka, it keeps pests away. It's like almost a natural pesticide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was.
Look,
so any of those
if
needed.
Martha says it, it's true.
That's true. And I put this on here. I like to admit my guilty pleasures.
I'm here for this.
And Days of Our Lives back in the day, not so much anymore. And we had a man on But Outer Banks on Netflix is a guilty pleasure.
Watched it.
It's very. Here's why.
I'm Googling it.
I'm kind of like a nostalgic North Carolina, South Carolina beach kid.
Totally.
Like always going to the beach scene, like all that stuff. I didn't grow up on the coast per se, but I was there.
There's like a sentimental
20 times a year. So there's like sentimental tie to that. So when this show came out, I was gonna be, I don't know. There's gonna be a likelihood that I was gonna be into it anyway because it's about beach teenagers or whatever.
Right.
Just for the nostalgia part, but I was worried that it would just be terrible.
Right. Kind of.
Well, the
kitschy.
acting is good.
Yeah.
The storylines are very soap opera-esque, I will admit.
Of
They're
course.
very 90210 back in the day. But
Throwback.
it's catchy. And it's a little like I'm pretty good at picking. I can watch a mystery movie and Nicole hates me for this. In like 10 minutes, I'm like, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And like I'm pretty good at that. So it's a little predictable.
Sure.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still a guilty
There's
pleasure.
nothing wrong with predictable sometimes.
And anybody out there like rolling your eyes, I can't believe it. You
got to
kiss
have
my
a
ass.
guilty pleasure. You got to.
Outer Banks season 3, February 23rd. It's worth a watch.
Counting down the days.
Start season 1 though. Not as good as Bloodline. That was good. Did you watch Bloodline?
No.
Oh my God, you got to watch that.
I've been watching Emily in Paris.
That's one. Bloodline's less Outer Banks-ish.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a guilty pleasure, just pleasure because it's that good. Bloodline.
I feel like I had.
And I have no time.
Bloodline.
This is all within like. It takes Nicole and I quite a bit to even get through anything because we have about 1 hour.
Yeah.
About 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
So we don't. The binge watching for us is 2 episodes a week, probably.
If you're lucky.
So it's not like we're watching Netflix all day. Like we got basketball practices and everything else. But I sneak this in sometimes. Like if I go home for lunch or something, 30 minutes Outer Banks.
Yeah. Nice. Just to unplug.
Yes.
Yeah. Disconnect.
Yes. And I did want to, shameless plug. Hope you've checked out the Radical Formula. We've had a lot of people take advantage of that. $99. Learning all the secrets that I have used personally to build my personal brand, to grow the Radcast, to grow the agency, all there, $99. Go to ryanalford.com, click on courses. You'll see the link there. You need to take advantage. Gotten a lot of feedback from people that have done it. We do a live Q&A there. So like if you watch it and you're like, okay, I need some more questions, you actually put in a question and I'll answer it. I'll put a video up or other feedback. Had a few people do that already. So go check that out at ryanalford.com. And next week, I'm pretty excited about the podcast because we're doing a little remix from an episode from last year with Grant and Elena Cardone.
Big deal.
Calling it 10X Alignment. I thought it was really fascinating having gone back and watched both of their episodes again and the value they provided, but actually the alignment as a couple and as a married couple and how aligned they are in their goals and their things that they're doing. It was really interesting and fascinating to kind of go back and watch it. So we've brought together kind of the best of both of those episodes intertwined. So
quite a remix.
Yes, I think we're one of the only podcasts to actually have both Grant and Elena on last year.
I would expect nothing less. Nothing less.
Yes, so check that out next week, next Tuesday. Grant and Elena Cardone remixed and the best of both of them, kind of in a different format. So I hope you like that. We are still finalizing a few more guests right now for the rest of the month.
So excited. Names
to be determined and named, and we will be name dropping. So, and even Christina approves.
I'm very excited.
Yes. Speaking of excited, talk about our new sponsor, Vacay.
Good old Vacay.
Best CBD quality in the country. TakeAVacay.com. Go check them out. They sell Delta 8 products. They've got vapes. They've got gummies. They've got sleep enhancers. I actually sampled.
I was gonna ask.
Yes, took a half of one,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it was placebo or the best damn sleep I've had in a while. But it
No
was
night
actually,
terrors?
No,
Excellent.
took minimal. I took a small dose, but I definitely felt
Just relaxed.
like I stayed asleep longer.
Oh yeah, there you go. Zen'd out.
Yeah, so go check them out. TakeAVacay.com. It's there's a lot of, I don't know, stigma that I hope that it's kind of coming down with a lot of this stuff. And, I think if you're over 21, you need to go check it out. That's all I'll say. Go check out their products. We're doing more. We're actually doing a call with them either later this week or early next week.
Ooh.
You're going to be part of that.
Heck yeah.
We're going to be getting kind of the ones and twos, the downloads on every
Sick.
product and things like that. So going to be hear more about them. Our great sponsor, Vacay. Best quality CBD, Delta 8, Delta 10, all the Deltas.
Delta 12. Is that a thing?
Tridelt. Everyone else has.
There you go.
That was the old fraternity joke.
Da-da.
Sorry if you're an old Tridelt. You've heard it before if you are. We were the same old assholes everywhere.
I
you
didn't
know.
even have a, society or a
You
fraternity, sorority.
you didn't miss much.
No.
It was fun, but it was I lasted for like a year in mine. And then I was like, not so much.
Enough to have the stories.
Yes,
That's all you need.
Lots of good stories. Come back towards the end. We got some social media news.
We do. TikTok is rolling out the ability for creators to restrict videos to adult viewers. We knew this was being teased a couple months ago, but it's actually happening.
Yes, so it's now
Expanding those-
rolling out. TikTok after dark.
I got it.
Yes. To be clear, our policies still fully apply to creators who use this feature, and we will remove content which contains nudity and other violations. So they're not saying
It's not OnlyFans.
they're just saying, I guess curse words
Yeah.
and or suggestive material,
I don't mind
and not
this.
actually material,
Right.
just suggestive.
Right. Just winks to the camera. But even I've started posting clips of my comedy, and I don't want former students of mine necessarily to.
So you'd put
See
the
that just
little,
yet.
you put the age restriction up.
Yeah.
MA 25.
Yeah, no, I wish. No. More like 14, 15. It's just the
Right.
littles I'm worried about.
Right. All right. It'll be interesting how that plays out if they have to filter. Because I have to think that people, unless they see or understand it completely,
Right.
that they might push the envelope a little bit. Just how I know people that like to push things, especially the envelope.
Hey-o.
It'll be OnlyFans comes to
Almost
TikTok.
feels like an overcorrection,
Yeah.
I get it, but
We talked about it last week. I mean, half the U.S. government has had the freaking TikTok banned off their
Yeah.
phones.
yeah.
I don't know where this can play out. I'm not like an alarmist, and look, I like TikTok. I mean, it's got great engagement. It's fun. Getting a little fatigued with it,
Yeah.
just personally, because of the frenetic nature of some of it.
Totally.
But I totally respect where it's at and how much engagement it's driving, and in business, it's actually really come a long way with their ad tools. But it would freak me out a little bit if I was heavily relying on it with where the government's gone.
Uh-huh.
So I'd just be paying attention.
No, I've literally just started posting TikToks this year, literally
Yeah.
within the last 3 days. And I'm like, all right, maybe I missed the wagon on this, but we'll see where it goes.
I don't think you missed the wagon. It's definitely still
I just can't work for the government.
blowing
but
up.
it's
You might
fine.
miss the if you just post something and it's halfway good, and 1 million people see it. You may
Sure.
miss that wagon.
Sure.
But it's still got good organic reach, especially if you're funny, and you're sort of funny.
Thanks. Funny for a girl.
Yes. Speaking of not funny, but old Amazon, it's coming out. And look, I found this interesting because if you go to Amazon Prime, it's kind of one of my least favorite video, trying to find what I want.
I totally agree.
And I don't know exactly why, but it's just busy and everything else. So they're thinking about coming out. They're working on a standalone app for sports content and so says this news report from TechCrunch.com. It says they're developing a standalone app for watching sports. The move signals Amazon's continued push to investing in Prime Video and live sports content. I know they spent I don't even know how much, $1 billion just to get
Tons.
the NFL on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I have watched several games on there. The broadcast is good. I enjoy Kurt Herbstreit, who's one of the announcers.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's been on there, and the experience has been fine. I haven't had any streaming issues or
Right,
anything.
right.
So, but I do think they do well to organize better.
Yes.
I don't know if I want another app per se. I wish it was maybe just a better organization within
Right.
the app.
Just
but
not feel like you're shopping.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's something.
I'm like,
There's something
should I be
off about
ordering
it.
something
I
on-
need to spend more time to have
Yeah.
firm recommendations as much as
Right.
it just feels wonky.
I also just never scroll through Prime. If I go to Prime, it's because I know exactly what I'm going to watch. Whereas with every other streaming platform, I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to watch. And I'll, kind of just let the spirit lead.
Yes, that would be discoverability is not great.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And so we'll see where that goes and see how much more money they spend on live. But look, guys, if you aren't paying attention, all these sports things leaking in, like, so streaming, it was like, okay, cable and TV is surviving because they have sports, live sports and live news. Well, live news and live sports is moving over to streaming platforms.
Yep. Makes you wonder.
It's all headed there. So you might as well get on the bandwagon. The problem I have is just I have so many freaking apps. Like I have,
I know.
I have Disney Plus, I have Amazon, I have Apple, I'm that guy
HBO.
That's like, do you have too many memberships that you don't use completely? Yes. Yeah, I do. I have a problem. It's called family and never knowing which.
But as soon as you cancel one subscription,
you're
the week
gonna
later
want a
is
show
when you
that
want
you
it
want to
back.
watch.
Yep.
It's like
every time.
I know they get you. They get you one way or another. It'll be interesting how Netflix ad platform ad support isn't doing wonderfully so far. I think it's somewhat telling on the fact that people are willing to spend a little more money. I think if it was like $1, like I don't know, it's like $7.99. It's like half the price. Like
sure.
I think if it was like a third of the price, like, and I don't know where the I haven't done
where that sweet spot is.
Their finances to know where it has to be.
Sure.
But I just think it goes to show you people don't want to watch ads, and so I think it's two things. One, inertia and actually making the switch.
Yeah.
They're like, even if you're not a millionaire and you're just making a fair wage, that $7 a month difference, you just go, either I don't get to it, so the inertia, the act of doing it, or they just don't want the ads.
Yeah.
And so I think it's pretty telling, and we talk about this a lot, being engaging and highly entertaining or educating. And if you're just going to serve up an ad that's
loud
a crappy car dealer ad or something,
right?
No thanks. So
it's gonna feel like YouTube. I don't want to deal with it.
That's right. So we'll see where that goes. I thought this was pretty fun.
I love this. Chipotle is targeting Gen Z with wellness Snapchat lens and menu items. The millennial consumer this month with a new Snapchat lens and lineup of lifestyle bowls, which are available through its digital menu and are designed to promote wellness, according to details shared with this Marketing Dive article. The lens will launch on January 13th, so soon. The lens and new lifestyle bowls are inspired by contemporary wellness habits that emphasize healthy eatings over diet culture.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very transparent that I'm not a big Snapchat user, but I imagine this is right in their wheelhouse of their target. And I do think that Chipotle's done a good job of kind of coming back from the brink of failure, the old lettuce scandal. Let us be thankful.
Oof.
Dad joke. Had to sneak that in.
I love it. I'm here for it. I was trying to make a poop joke, and you made a better one.
But so it makes sense, especially to this target. And I liked a little on thing. They had a commercial tonight. The sizzling of the chicken. Like that's the new sound when you walk in. I thought that was kind of clever too. But are you a Chipotle fan in general?
I enjoy Chipotle.
Do you differentiate between Chipotle and the 47 other burrito joints?
I mean, I jokingly call all of them Chipotle. Like I'm not gonna.
So is it the Band-Aid of burrito joints?
It's kind of like how you call like all tissues Kleenex.
Yeah.
That to me is like I'm not gonna go out of my way if another burrito place is closer, but I'll get down with some Chipotle. I'm here for this.
So but they're not. It's not necessarily differentiated in your choice. Like if there's around here there's bar burritos, there's Moe's,
right?
There's
Tropical Grill,
and so like if they were all lined up, whichever one had the least line.
I'd pick Moe's. I'd pick Moe's just for the queso.
Oh, okay. Chipotle doesn't queso?
Yeah, but they do, but
it's not as good.
I like Moe's better.
Okay, all right.
Personally,
yeah.
Probably because it's made of plastic, but
yeah, there is a plastic coating there.
Just a little bit. Hit that little film.
Yes, but get your Snapchat lens going at your latest or your closest Chipotle. Do you use the lenses?
I don't use Snapchat. Yeah, like back when I was on Snapchat, I did. But
yeah. Would you just for the gimmick, or just because you could, or like did you use it for did it have true purpose?
I mean, not for me, not outside of like the gimmick, or if like I liked the ones that were location based. I would like when I was in New York, I used them a whole lot more.
Yeah,
because it was just kind of fun.
Yeah, so we'll see where this goes. It seems fun. It seems to the right target, and we'll keep watching Chipotle as they improve since their lettuce scandal.
Let us be thankful.
Yes.
Here we go.
Netflix. Back to Netflix. Anybody out there, if you're sharing passwords, you better stop.
This is what I'm stressed about.
That's all a little sweat on
just
Christina's
a little
forehead.
I'm glistening. Oh God. I have to buy my own now.
Yeah,
Damn
you have
it.
to buy your own. And I'm using it on my own. Some of my family might be using some of my passwords, but
I still don't understand how this is going to be, I don't know, monitored. Like if you have all of the different users.
I think it's by a geo.
Sure.
Like if you got, just obvious.
Sure.
You're using it in South Carolina, and then, Cousin Eddie's using it in Baltimore. Like
as long as it's all South Carolina, I'll be fine. Just between Greenville and Piedmont.
It might be address based, like same location, like same.
So what you just like for instance, and I know you don't know the answer to this question. It's all a hypothetical.
I'm glad to make them up though.
But I know. But if I'm like, I don't live with my parents. So if I try to log on and use their Netflix, who gets kicked off first, right? Like, is it my parents who?
They won't get kicked off. They're going to be, again, asking for extra payments for shared accounts.
Oh, so my dad will deal with it.
Yeah,
right?
So your dad will get double charged.
So be like, okay,
or
Christina,
go,
you're done now.
You're done now.
You're done.
You need to stop using it. And they'll
Get
probably give you, the way I understand it, I did read it, they will give you a warning period maybe. Hey, it looks like you're using multiple accounts. You're sharing your password.
Gotcha.
If we, the next, I don't know, day or week or whatever,
they'll up the charge.
They're going to up the charge.
Interesting.
So no more double dipping the chip.
Chipotle, call back.
For Netflix.
Womp.
Yes, they need to sell more ads or more subscriptions.
Maybe if this happens, they'll be able to get rid of the ad-supported tier.
Yes.
Who knows?
So Elon Musk is the first person to ever lose $200 billion.
Jesus Christ.
After the funny thing is, he's still a billionaire and he lost $200 billion.
Can you imagine? I can't. I literally can't. My brain doesn't know how to think like that.
After becoming the first person to ever amass a fortune of over $200 billion in 2021, recently Bloomberg reported that the Tesla, SpaceX, and current Twitter CEO has officially become the first person in history to ever lose $200 billion of their net worth. Jesus. The news comes nearly 2 years after Musk became the second ever person to amass a fortune over $200 billion. It's mainly because of the drastic drop in Twitter's value and Tesla, because Tesla was trading like close to $300, and now it's right around $100. But I will say this: the fundamentals for Tesla are good.
Yes, they are.
And if I was giving stock tips, and I don't really give stock tips because it's not my get, not my bag, baby. But if I was, I'd be buying relatively soon because their fundamentals are good, and it's going to go back up.
I totally agree with you.
I think it's becoming a buy. And I think there's a lot of, I haven't even seen anything about it, but I just know enough to pay attention and look at their fundamentals that. He's
hybrid is going.
He's not. He's been an idiot, over the Twitter stuff, and you could still question a lot of things. But the fundamentals for Tesla are actually pretty damn good.
He's still brilliant.
So, I'd be paying attention to that. But he's lost his fast decline of wealth comes from the drastic drop, and because at his peak it was 340 million. So I guess he's still worth 140 million. Billion, excuse me. Billion, but think billions.
Not so
billions.
many billions.
Yes.
God.
So, fascinating.
It's unreal. It really is unreal.
I think he's going to get it together, and Tesla is doing all right.
Yeah.
So pay attention to Tesla, not necessarily
Elon
Musk.
Right.
Yes.
Next, we have clothing, which we all know I love. Levi's, good old-fashioned Levi's, is tapping into TikTok and their conscious consumerism and live shopping trends. You a Levi's person?
No.
No.
Mainly because I'm just a weird size. Like that's not. I stopped wearing Levi's probably like 15 years ago.
Sure.
Maybe longer than that.
Sure.
Like never didn't fit me. I mean, I'm a big guy that's not fat,
Right.
and
You are very tall.
it's just I have an athletic build.
Yeah.
You know, my legs are larger than most people as tall as me.
Sure.
And so they've just never found
You
the
need
right fit.
more stretch.
Yes, more room in those things. You know what I'm saying? The Levi's. So, but I will say, you know, it made me think of. It was fascinating to me. Like I remember growing up, jeans were kind of like between Abercrombie and Fitch, Levi's, I guess even Wrangler to a degree.
Yeah.
But like
I would throw
there were
American Eagle
always
in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of advertising for jeans.
Yeah.
At least on like TV and
Yeah.
or mass media. I don't personally see as much anymore. Like
Yeah.
direct jeans ads.
Yeah.
Is
And,
that just me?
No,
Or-
I know there's, and I'm kind of like speaking on the top of my head with this just on random articles I've read, but I know that making denim uses a lot of water. And so I think with this like conscious push to be more environmentally aware and like with reusing things and being more mindful of shopping, denim has not been pushed as much because it does cost a lot to make, which is why there's this, you know, trend to buying it vintage and secondhand because it really doesn't break down. It's such a sturdy fabric.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me that it's not being advertised like it used to be.
maybe not. But Levi's moving to TikTok sounds like a good idea for them.
About time.
And I just, again, I can't help but get the government not using TikTok. Like we're like banned it from the phones.
Right.
Like, so I see these articles and I think we need to talk about it, but I'm like, you got to be careful how many eggs you put in that basket.
Right.
If China and the U.S. get into any spats, I feel like it's just gonna like completely get pushed through. You know, like
Yeah.
more direct than what we
Yeah.
already do.
Yeah.
Like we're one spat away from
No, I know. I hear you.
TikTok getting banned completely, and but I don't know if the numbers are getting too big. This is where you see these things and you think it's just politically driven,
Right.
but they're paying a lot of taxes in the U.S. because they're making billions of dollars
Right.
on ads.
Right.
And at a certain point, does it get too big?
Well, and if you think about like the amount of people who are working for the United States government right now versus everyone else who's on the app, like it's a very, very small percentage of users, and I just maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, but I just don't believe that there's much that China could gain from my information.
Yeah. I don't know.
But what do I know? Maybe that's what they want me to think.
Yeah, they want you to think that. They're spying on everything you're eating and doing.
All those ads.
Yes. Well, they want to know what to make more of, to cheaper cost than what we do. I don't know.
Sure.
There's all modern warfare, trying to stay out of it. Planet Fitness promotes Big E in the New Year's push, Big Energy. At a time when many gyms are hoping to capitalize on New Year's exercise resolutions, PF is trying to break through the clutter with a satirically risque spot designed to titillate the laughter muscles. I like this writing here from
What a
Ad
word.
Age. Ad Age.
It's good. It's good. Makes you look twice.
Yes.
Tis the season.
Are you a Planet Fitness person?
I'm not. I just use my like the gym at my apartment. But I love all of the videos of people going like totally feral at Planet Fitness, like working out incorrectly. I think those are
Yes.
great.
It's funny. It's a great business model. Hey, you
Yeah.
build a gym, you make it super cheap, and 80% of your members never
Don't show
go,
up.
but they pay the bill because it makes them feel better.
Yep.
Because it's their health, and
Yeah.
and I might go.
Yeah.
And I was one of these people forever. I still think I have like quietly somewhere hidden in my bills probably 3 gyms I don't even go to
Sure.
because I was
It's
like,
also the inertia you were talking about. Like $10 isn't really.
it's like, yeah, you're gonna cancel. I might use it though, and so it's
Right.
only $120 a year. And if I use it 4 times, it's only
It's paid for itself
$30 a
and-
visit.
yep.
So I mean, and it's good for my health.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It is.
But yes, I like that they're leaning into trendy content. Mm-hmm. Big Energy. Who's that? Lazo. Who's Lazo? Who's the girl that sings that?
Lizzo. I
Lizzo.
think that's Megan Thee Stallion.
Is Big Energy Megan Thee Stallion?
I believe so.
Oh God, should know this. Anyway, popular song. They're leaning into trending content, and it makes
Oh,
sense.
Lotto. That's who sings it.
Lotto. See.
Lotto, Lizzo.
See. Lotto.
You were on it. I was wrong.
I knew.
I was wrong.
See?
You got it.
I'm so pop
And-
culture driven.
Nicki and Cardi are on it too.
Yes.
The faves.
So, are you are you resolutions person?
I used to be. Now I'm like really more goal focused. And then being, down for the count the first 3 days. I've not been to the gym in a minute. But no,
What's your biggest? Is there something you want to share? You document here
Oh,
on the Radcast.
oh.
That's like, okay, a goal for this year. Like,
So yeah, actually, so I'm. I don't know if it's a goal for the year, but one of my favorite comedians is going to be in Greenville in March, and so I'm posting videos every day asking her to let me feature.
That'd be cool.
I've got some. I'm surprised at the feedback I've already gotten from it.
Nice.
So I want to feature for Taylor Tomlinson on March 31st.
Where she?
She'll be at the Peace Center in Greenville, South Carolina.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So we'll see. People are like tagging her in all of my videos, and
I'll come break some tomatoes.
We'll see. I'll catch them. I'll catch them and throw them back.
Yeah. Do people still do that? Is that a thing anymore? Yeah, no.
I don't think so. We should bring that back.
I think you should bring. I think it should be like. You remember the food guy that you smash things with? He'd smash Gallagher.
No.
You're too young for this. His whole show, his bit, was literally he was a comedian, but the comedy act was of him talking and stuff. Ultimately, was he had a sledgehammer and he would smash fruit and food, and so it splashed all over people in the crowd.
Ugh.
like tomatoes or watermelon was especially the big one because it was so big, and he'd just smash it. And he'd come out like wearing like a plastic wrap or something like that. And then everybody in the front row would like, some people would have like rain jackets on, and then some people would come in because they just loved you. I just thought it was always so fascinating. Back to the throwing food. He threw food on the people. You need to Google that. And if you're listening, you need to Google Gallagher. I think it's Gallagher.
Let's see.
You can Google it quickly. Hilarious, quite funny. Gallagher smashing food.
Gallagher. Smashing food.
See if that's it. I think it is. So
it's like I've seen the GIF.
Oh yeah,
with the little hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sledge-o-matic.
Sledge-o-matic. Yes.
There it is.
It's funny. We take things too serious now. You never smashing food.
We really do.
I know. Any final words for today?
Don't
Christina?
get sick. Take your vitamin C. Wash your hands.
Yeah. No kidding. I don't want to get sick here at the beginning of the year. So you got to keep that away.
Not fun.
But hope everyone out there has had a good start to the new year. Sticking with your resolutions at least for another week.
Right. Get to 2 weeks.
If you're going to have a resolution and a goal, keep listening to the Radcast. You heard it here.
Keep you focused.
We'll keep you focused. You know where to find us, theradcast.com. Search for all the content. Search for smashing watermelons. You'll find all the highlight clips. Sledge-o-matic. All the news clips from today. We appreciate everyone out there. I'm Ryan Alford on all the platforms. For Christina Yassi, we'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.